The following clip is from a Patreon exclusive. To see the full video and many more, go to patreon.com/GERIMI and become a subscriber. I'm going to make a little note for myself here so I don't have to ever do this again, because making notes is usually how I remember stuff. But this is the point I was going to make. When I've got the shape of the eye I used to draw the iris, the colored part, first, and then put the pupil in the center. And the thing I have found is that, generally speaking, if you put I just happened to notice this the other day, and I'm going to try it for a while and see how it works out, thinking of the eye this way. But what I found is, if I draw the pupil first, if I have it straightforward, like if I have it touching the eyelid but not covered by it, that tends to give me a pretty good placement for the eye. So let's darken that in. Pupil. Violates. We'll say iris. But what I've found is, in terms of like drawing the eye, this is separate from everything else in class, but I just found that if I'm blocking an eye in, let's do, I don't know, another sphere. This time let's do an eye, left eye as opposed to right eye, facing the figure. I throw that eyelid on, a little tear duct in here. If I draw that pupil, if I draw it touching the eyelid, but just facing whatever direction, it gives me a good direction. If I draw it touching the lower lid, or if I have it not touching the eyelid, if it's looking down or straight forward, then it gives me surprise or terror. So I just realized, if I want a normal look, I just draw the pupil, basically drawing the pupil first and then drawing the iris around it has made it easier for me to draw eyes quickly, in terms of getting the rest of the eyeball right. Even if I draw an eye, let's do this same eye again, but instead let's do the pupil dead set. Dead set pupil does not necessarily make the eye feel super surprised, but I think that with the eyelid raised higher, it gives you terror. If you have a dead center, it gives you alert. Maybe you're wired, maybe you're on coke, maybe you're coked up. Or maybe you're getting ready to kick somebody's ass. If it's dead center and squinty, then maybe you're just pissed. Eyeball. Dead center. You want to kick somebody's ass. But yeah, just normal eye, hanging it from the eyelid, and then again, if you've got your eyelid, you've got the pupil partially covered, sleepy, drunk, drugged. So yeah, for the longest time I used to draw the iris first and then draw the pupil, and I've just recently switched to drawing the pupil first, and it's made all the difference. And as with all things with figure drawing, I always kind of say, I'm trying it and see how it goes. Whenever I discover something, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Sometimes I try it and then I do it for a few months, and then it eventually stops working for me, or I find a different approach or a new way to conceptualize some anatomical ideas. Other times I do it and I'm like, oh, this is how I'm going to draw for the rest of my life. So